Something isn't right here. Oh, I miss the hot buffalo sauce so much. He knows what it is. He's always networking.
Always, baby, always. Let's get it. Gotta get it.
How's it going, everybody? So it's November 3rd, 2019. As you can see, not my room. This is the student union. They call it Subu. I don't call it that. But take a look, it's like tall. Too many stairs. But anyway, so right now, I'm just waiting until the gym is open for practice today. We got it at 12. At this time, I think it's 11. On my phone, it says 11:17. So we got a little bit. I thought that I'd probably be able to go in and get some shots up. But I guess while I'm here, I can talk a little bit about what's been going on. So pretty much, we actually have, I wouldn't know how to put this other than it's kind of a tongue-in-cheek kind of, oh, this is a good thing. See, we got access to the gym. I will put the picture of the email that one of our scholars got. But the thing is, that time, 1 to 3, that is when most of us, if not all of us, have class. Now, we're lucky enough this week to actually have like our reading week, or at least most of the master students. So we don't have to go to class because there is no class. But weeks after that, we may as well lose the time, which I feel like that they know that. It's not ideal. So we're still trying to find a way to get a better time, but better sometime next week than none at all. So I think I'm gonna go on the school route first. So the report, that's not due until the 13th, but as of today, tomorrow, I go and talk with Miss Debbie. She's the head of the MBA department. I kind of go and talk about the assignment. Right now, I'm kind of stuck in a position where I have so much information. I've actually gone over the 4,000 word limit, or at least like it was like a minimum, and then you have like 4,400 word top limit. But pretty much, I am stuck because I'm at 4,000, but I haven't even put my executive summary in there, and that's got to be at least a page. So still trying to figure out what sections I need to cut, so I could probably talk to her about that. And then we have another assignment due December before I actually leave. I think that's the 8th. And that one's more of an analysis kind of thing. So I'm also going to be researching today, just a little bit more of Chevrolet. We had to analyze a car company that has like an electric car division and kind of market one of their cars or suggest different sustainability strategies. But so far things are improving a little bit in class. Right now the leadership one I'm not a big fan of because not to speak myself up or anything, but I've been in many positions of leadership, not business wise, but it's mainly teaching like business, like leadership theories, and I think that's something that's better learned through experience. And with my experience as a co-captain on the basketball team at Hendrix, and then also one of the discipleship leaders with Chi Alpha back at Hendrix, I learned many good things, success and failure-wise, and I feel like that really helped me understand so much that it feels like just going over these theories just doesn't really help too much. But in a way, it's also very interesting to kind of learn. Like for instance, we actually had to take the Myers-Briggs test, and I tested for ENFP, which I believe it stands for extroverted, intuitive, feeling, and what was it? Perspective. So apparently that one's like the very energetic and intuitive. Go on my intuition and feelings more so than basic fact, which I'm adaptable. I can go with basic fact, but I'd rather go off of how my gut feeling is, but not completely. And I can definitely relate to all the different personalities that it kind of, or different personality traits that it says that an ENFP is related with. I read the dossier, and it is absolutely spot on. So I actually learned that only 10%, no, it's actually 8% of the population are this personality. So I'm special. Anyway, so we just got done with practice. Let's see, as of right now, the third team, they're about to start up. But yep, next week we got Solent. That's supposed to be our rivalry game. So expect a lot of people here. But yeah, as long as we can box out, I think we'll be just fine. We got offensive prowess everywhere, especially from this guy right here.
We got another practice this week. I can pick it up then. But it was a good practice, y'all. You know, struggle a little bit.
Let's take a sip.
Oh, God.
Kashawn, you want to say anything? No? Fair enough. Fair enough. I understand. Taj, Zach, anybody want to say anything to all my fellow people in Arkansas?
Razorback Nation, man. Stand up.
Oh, what?
You know, yeah.
You know how to call the Hogs?
No, I don't know. Pig Suey. Woo Pig Suey. Is that actually it? Yeah.
Yeah, it's like.
So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go and go back home, take a shower, and then gonna eat with these guys. So more developing. All right, so we're actually about to head to lunch. Just went and showered, got dressed and all of that, had to wash my hair. I really need to get a haircut too, it's pretty bad. But anyway, so as of right now, it looks like that the yellow bus is on the way. I'm not sure if we're gonna take it, but if we do, I will, I guess, give you a couple of updates once we get to the restaurant. I don't know what we're gonna eat or anything like that. So we'll burn that bridge when we get to it. All right, so we made it to the restaurant. Welcome to Turtle Bay. Zach?
Zach, you wasn't
Fair
looking.
enough. Dre?
I know I wasn't looking. I think you're low.
Kashawn, you want to say anything?
Cash Money Records.
There we go. What?
Nah, it's early 2000.
Okay, you're done.
Yeah, come on.
Josh, anything?
Come on.
Man, everybody's just trying to be cool. Okay, so he's really going at it.
Whoa.
Sheik, you good? All right, so I'm actually about to head home, about to catch a bus. Got someone I really want to video call, so gonna be doing that. My phone's actually about to die soon, so I'm gonna record as much as I can before I get to the bus stop. But yeah, you see what I had to deal with all the time. But nah, there's some wonderful guys. I love hanging out with them. It's always nothing but fun with them. But yeah, so far everything is going pretty well. Basketball, I actually learned that we're about to start our regional league pretty soon. I think within the next week or two. So we'll be getting ready to train for that as well. But it'll probably still be the same training days. It's just we'll also have the same stuff, just focusing in on the regional stuff. The Premier League, so far, I think that we're just right on the edge of where we can really figure out how best we can play. Like this last game, we went against University of East London, and they are known for being top of the league. Like they came as national runner-ups, and yeah, apparently rules are different here when it comes to eligibility, because they had 5 players that were in the British Basketball League, their top professional league. And you know, they're coming and playing in college. So apparently there are no eligibility rules here. So you're gonna get quality basketball. At one point we were down 40 against them, and we just did what we did and we came back, but we lost by 13. So still 0-3, but next week we go against Solent. Like I mentioned earlier, it's a rivalry game. So I guess we shall see if it's gonna be a good one. Anyway, I will talk to you guys when I get back home. All right, so
I made it back home, so I might as well, I guess, give a little bit more updates to everything. So we had the day off yesterday, so we were about to try and go to London, the Americans, but we didn't really plan anything very well. So what I did, I took myself out on a little date. I went and got some food. I even got some gelato afterwards because, well, I love gelato here. But I was planning on going to see the Joker, but
apparently at the theater, the power was cut, so screens weren't working, and I won't get to see Joaquin Phoenix's wonderful performance because I heard it was really good. And you know me and my theater major background, I'm really into my character study, and it makes me miss acting just a little bit, but I act a fool every day, so there's that. So it looks like that the last game before our break, that will be December 11th, and then our last class, it'll be that Friday, but most likely I can try and skip, so expect your boy back in Conway the latest December 16th, and I'll be there for about a month. I think actually the 25th is when I have to come back, because we'll have games the 27th. No. What's that Wednesday? I can't remember what that Wednesday is, but I should be back in time for classes coming the 27th. But no, 27th, January 29th. That's the Wednesday. That's the Wednesday. So anyway, so I'll be back by then. But honestly, now the countdown begins. About 42 days until I come home. So we won't celebrate Thanksgiving here unless if the Americans decide to do like a little Friendsgiving thing. So, you know what that means.
Christmas season! Christmas season! Christmas season!
Christmas! Yeah, so if you couldn't tell, I'm relatively excited for Christmas. It still doesn't feel like it completely. I don't think I'll feel it until December.
Christmas.
But technically, it is the holiday season. So get ready for some fun things there.
So I actually have news on the church search. So I actually learned from a friend of mine about this place called Love Church. And on Sundays, they actually have a service at 7 p.m. my time. And, well, of course, my time. I live here. Anyway, but I learned from them that they have that service then, which is an open time for me. I wasn't able to go tonight, but I definitely plan on going next week, and hopefully I will bring good news of a good church community that I can get involved with, and maybe a really good lesson as well. So I actually finished Romans 16 today, and usually it ends with Paul giving like his usual greetings, say hello to this person for me, or do this, do that. But I actually got a little something out of that. Usually I just skim over it, but I started realizing that there are a lot of names here, and he knows every single person's grievance or the aid that they give into the church, all this stuff. And I'm not sure if it's either class or something, but it really made me think that he was a good leader because he was invested in the people that he wanted to follow after him, or follow like him as he followed Christ. And that seems to be, that's a good quality to have as a Christian leader. Well, just a leader in any regards. In fact, Kashan and I, when I was actually heading to my self-date, and he was heading home on the bus, we talked a little bit just about what it really takes to be a leader. And one thing that he mentioned was that pretty much we noticed that a leader is someone who's willing to take on the most work. Like a true leader that has genuine people that he's influencing, he or she is influencing, then they're the ones that are doing the most work, the ones that are really trying to boost up the people that are supposed to be, below them. And Christ said it best, he that is last is first, and he that is first is last. So we must be willing to put ourselves in a position of humility and lift up others to be seen as a good leader. Because honestly, being a leader isn't about getting all the benefits of, not working or anything, because we're so used to a hierarchy here. When we level up, we just put all the work on the people that are lower.
But that is definitely not true. If anything, we're given more responsibility, and with that responsibility, we must be able to do more work and to lift up others to come to our station. Because of course everyone is equal, but there are some qualities and some knowledge that in a way makes, I would say actually our value is the same, but we are not. What I mean by that is our qualities can all value the same way as us as wonderful individuals in the eyes of the Lord. And even if you don't believe, we're all the same value. That's sticking up, sorry. But even if you don't believe, we're all the same value because we all fall short. It's just that we are favored by the Lord because we follow after Him, we believe in Him, and we trust Him, and we obey Him. But that's a whole nother tangent. But pretty much, I got a lot of things out of just the personal stuff that Paul usually writes. If I want to be a good leader, then I have to really be invested in the people that I want to influence and to lead. So I really don't have much else to talk about. So the main questions I've actually gotten was just the different words or different things that they do hear from us. So I'll just give you a couple. Okay, so if you want to say something is cool or is awesome, what they say is pang. So it's P-E-N-G. So pretty much they're like, oh, that's pang, whatever. I don't like it, but hey, take it to your friends, I guess. Okay, so they don't consider chocolate to be like candy. They just call it chocolate. And then whatever else we have as candy is called candy. Correction, they call it sweets.
When we call it candy bars, they say we're wrong.
But I mean, we won the war, so...
But I mean, they're entitled to their opinion, even if it's wrong. But yeah, that's different. Let me think. One more. Oh, you probably already know this, but it's just a matter of when people usually go out. They go out all the time. They can go out any day, but we're so used to sometimes Thursdays, but on the weekend. But they can go out any day, especially during the weekday, especially Wednesdays, because that's a game day, and then afterwards people just go out. But Saturday is actually one of their recovery period days where everyone chills out. You would expect Sunday, but no, people apparently go out on Sundays too. So that's kind of fun to, I guess, I wouldn't say to see, but to understand.
There are probably a few more, but I don't really know, I can't think of them right now. So I think I'm actually just gonna sign off here. I got a little bit of some research to do, and just gotta make it happen. Gotta get them grades. But anyway, once again, thank you so much for just tuning in, watching this. I know I say this all the time, but I truly mean it. It means a lot for you guys to watch and to really be invested in everything that's going on. And I thank you guys so much. And while I'm here, I'll be praying for y'all. Just pray for me that everything will be going well. And also, Jackson and Greg, if you're watching this, I'm working on getting those jerseys for you. So more developing on that. Just send me a text of your size or something like that. Anyway, with that being said, I'll catch you next time.
He's been trying to check himself in the mirror for at least about 5... Oh, you're not going in there! Shelby, you left your food. How did you do that? How'd you leave your food?